I think the solution is twofold. One, the president has already shown some goodwill in trying to address some of the issues that the demonstrators were agitating for. And I think looking at it from that also, I think the president and the executive and other institutions of government can continue doing what can be able to be done in order to address the issues raised by the demonstrators and other Kenyans. And at the same time, I think just like the change in the fiscal policy as a result of the rejection of the finance bill 2024, I think we also need to open an environment of dialogue so that Kenyans can talk to each other and discuss on some of the issues which are long-term, issues that can be addressed administratively by the executive, issues that can be raised legislatively by the National Assembly and the Senate, and issues that can be addressed by the judiciary in terms of judicial perspectives can go on, and we can try and address as much as we can. But at the same time, I think it's time, it's a moment that opens up the country to a very serious national dialogue between Kenyans. We can have the two-prong. You can have the president and the executive and the legislature and the judiciary doing what they're supposed to do in terms of addressing the issues that have emerged. And at the same time, I think we need to accept to open a space for dialogue so that Kenyans can talk to each other, just straight from the grassroots to the national level. A cabinet which has got a mix of, some people say the president shouldn't appoint politicians. Well, perhaps those sitting politicians can be left alone in peace, but when you're talking of politicians, there are those who have served this country maybe in the past and they have a very good track record. I don't see any harm. You don't criminalize someone because he has been in politics before. They are Kenyans, and if they qualify and they look like they have been of good, they still have service to give to the country, then I would prefer they also be considered. I would prefer to see a mix of the technocrats and so that people given dockets, like many Kenyans have agitated, should be given dockets that at least they have an idea of what that docket talks about. You see, we've had people, Kenyans agitating out there, somebody who's done tourism, is made maybe just for hypothetical example, a tourist hospitality person is put in charge of a docket of internal security, and what have you. So I would be happy if the president can balance all those interests. I know it's not easy. We are 50 million, more than 50 million Kenyans. He has to pick either 14 or 22, depending on the minimum and the maximum he's going to go for. And Kenyans are well schooled. You will find very, very well refined, polished professionals in each of the sector that will want to appoint somebody. It will not be an easy choice. We have political parties who also have their interests. It's not going to be an easy choice to see how you can be able to satisfy everybody. But the president should try his best to make sure all those categories, the regional balance, the age factor, so that the youth can also feel they are part of this government, the gender perspective, the professional mix, and making sure a docket looks much more closer to the person holding that docket.